Hello and welcome back to another stream. We are back in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 today, and since the sort of release last week, it's seems to have slightly improved with the servers getting a little bit better and better. I've still not done a full flight on it yet, but since the Phoenix just released and Orbx very kindly sent over a the MK Studios Lisbon, which has been updated for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So I thought, let's go ahead and try and do a full flight in the sim. Now, I had a quick play around with the Phoenix earlier, and it seems to all work okay. Again, I've not done a full flight. I've just, had a very quick test, did some circuits, that sort of thing, and it does seem to fly actually not too bad. A lot better than the default aircraft, which is what I was excited to see. Default aircraft don't fly too well, but I want to see how the Phoenix flies with the new flight model, essentially. So we'll see today, essentially. Welcome everyone to the stream. Mineral, welcome. Sim Crash Flyer, welcome to the stream. Hey Stan, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. And yeah, alright, so in terms of performance, I do still get frame drops and stutters and all sorts, and we'll see that today. Being on stream at the same time as well might not help, so we'll do our best in terms of the performance. I've come to find that Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 absolutely eats RAM, and it absolutely eats VRAM. I'll show you my task manager in just a few seconds. I just opened it up to have a look, and it is using a ridiculous amount. Bear in mind I am streaming and stuff as well, but even off stream it was using a lot. But we are in a walk around mode. As we can see, we're at Gibraltar, which is one of the handcrafted airports which come with Microsoft Flight Sim, and we're heading over to Lisbon in Portugal in the Phoenix A319. And I'm just going to show you my task manager real quick. Minnow, if you have issues with, I think the TOLUS you're talking about, right, then we can figure that out in the Discord for sure. But for right now on stream, we're going to focus on Microsoft Flight Sim for now. Let me bring up this, right. look at this. So, GPU usage, sat at 100% the whole time. Hey, Nicholas, welcome. Glad to have you here, my friend. And then we have the video encode here. This is due to streaming, so this has got nothing to do with Microsoft Flight Sim. Encoding is purely to do with streaming. But as you can see, 100% GPU. We are maxing out our VRAM as well. We're on 7.6 out of 8. So that's, you know, going crazy. Memory using 23 gigabytes, and I'm not even in the aircraft yet. We've not taken off. We've not done anything. The aircraft is off. You know, systems aren't running. And this will jump and probably, you know, completely max out our memory. So 32 gigs DDR5 memory is seemingly not enough for Microsoft Flight Sim at the moment. CPU usage is pretty good. I do have a Ryzen 7 7800X3D, so that is no problems. But right now, the huge bottleneck I have is my GPU here. It's an RTX 3070 Ti, so it shouldn't be too bad. But let's see what happens. And I have got my settings on medium/low as well. Alright, so I'm not going to do a full walk around here because I don't know what the compatibility is, but you know, the Phoenix is such a beautiful aircraft, and the textures and the modeling, so I thought we'll have a quick look here at things like the landing gear. Obviously now we're not streaming the aircraft, we're just streaming scenery. The Phoenix is on my computer, so that shouldn't be an issue, but look at the modeling of the landing gear there. Very, very nice. This will give us a newfound appreciation of the I think we're crouched, there we are. Look at those IE V2500s, my favorite engine in the A320 series. I absolutely love it. I love the sound, I love the look. It really is nice. Obviously the Phoenix looks pretty much the same as it does in 2020. I think they've just made fixes. I don't think they've done any optimizations for 2024, but you know, we can't really look at how detailed the Phoenix is beforehand. So now I need to work out how to jump into the cockpit. I think I should. Look at that, beautiful. I think if we go over to the door here, is it toggle AFB? Maybe toggle pins. The stutters are pretty crazy. Right. Oh, what happened there? Maybe there's a keybind. Right. This is the only problem with I do have all my keybinds set up, but apparently I didn't have one for the walk around, so is there a way to just jump into the cockpit? Does anyone know? I don't wanna be in walk around mode anymore. How do I get out of that? FPS is absolutely terrible. Struggling. We're gonna try and do this flight, I promise. Alright, can I jump into the cockpit like this? No. How does one jump into the cockpit? If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. It's not in here, is it, anywhere? This is the integrated EFB that comes with Microsoft Flight Sim. But I would just love to jump into the plane. And I can't. At all. How do I jump into the cockpit? This is ridiculous. Why is there no keybind to jump into the cockpit? I thought we had everything straightened out, but I guess not. Is there some sort of no? There has to be something, right? One of these keybinds, surely. Shift F. Thank you very much, Stan. Let's try that. Shift F. Currently not working. I might have to Google it. Hang on. Normally you can click the door, but I guess because this is a external. Oh, Shift C. Shift. Nope. That's just making me crouch. Hey Owen, welcome. LXG, Nicholas. So if we could speak English in the chat, that'd be great. I don't understand Spanish, unfortunately. I think if you're asking LXGB from Orbx, it's not. LXGB is default, but Lisbon, when we get there, is from MK Studio, sold via Orbx. Yeah, Stan, absolutely. This is, walk around mode is kind of great, gimmicky a little bit. This is why there's sometimes really, too many features. If I go to Essential. Okay. Hopefully the stream is okay for you guys. Do let me know while I try and find how to get in the cockpit. This is getting slightly ridiculous. I wonder if we can do something like that. No, I simply cannot get into the cockpit. I think it's because we're using the Phoenix. Right, We'll get there, I promise. This is not a good start to the stream. No worries, Nicholas. That's fine. If I go back to there, I'm thinking I may have accidentally changed the keybind. Maybe that. There we are. All right, we got it. Now I need to change my keybinds back. So I guess I've deleted the keybind by accident for it. Let me just check what it's called here so I can add it to my take control of character. Now, how does this relate to walk around mode? It doesn't. I really don't like the way they've named stuff because you can't find it. That should be walk around mode, right? Let me go back to my control set. There we are. And there we are, it's not set, that's why. Alright, let's do that. Perfect. Now we can actually start the flight. Hey, Owen, $4 super chat. Owen, thank you very, very much. Your support is really, really appreciated. Really do appreciate that. Alright, well, we can actually start the flight now. We are getting a solid 19 FPS, 20 FPS. Which is incredibly disappointing. Oh, we jumped up to 30. That's maybe not too bad. I'm not using lossless because lossless will use more VRAM, and we're already completely maxing out our VRAM. So that would definitely be a bit of an issue. Alright. Let's get this going here. And I will brief the route shortly for you guys. I get the chat on my phone up. Right, there it is. Perfect. So, let me just brief the route here. Like that. And let's take a look at where we are. Now, Navigraph is going to lag as well because Microsoft Flight Sim is hogging all the resources. So we are, really going to do our best here. Performance is just not good on Microsoft Flight Sim at the moment. It really isn't. Even with low medium settings, you know. So we are at LXGB. We're going to depart runway 09, and then we're probably not going to go to this PIMOS waypoint. I think we'll just go direct to Xavier, and then we're actually going to enter Moroccan airspace for a little bit, and then we'll fly up past Faro and into Portugal, and then we're going to take the Star again. And we may take some shortcuts on this Star because flying that whole procedure doesn't look... It looks like it'll be a bit of a waste of time in all honesty. So we'll probably take a shortcut from PT833 to Altit. I think that'll work pretty good since there's no other traffic we have to deal with. And then we'll be landing runway 02 on the VAT Zulu 1 Alpha arrival for the ILS into Lisbon, Portugal. And we should be overflying Lisbon City as well, so that'll be quite nice. Right, let me put this back. Perfect. And let's get going here and hope our FPS isn't too bad. So, as soon as I look at the overhead panel, we get a nice jump to 50 FPS. So let's start the aircraft here. There we are. Alright. Sounds was slightly bugged there, but it's fine. We'll get the ADIS on, and that's all looking good for now. And let's go to the EFB here. And what's really nice with the Phoenix is it carried over all of my settings and all of my camera views from Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So I didn't have to configure anything. It was as if I was just jumping into the Phoenix exactly the same as 2020, which is really nice. We'll import from SimBrief then, our flight plan. Hey, Cordexis, welcome. How is Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? Well, we'll see today. So far, I'm not impressed with it. I can't really recommend it. There's lots and lots and lots of issues, but we're gonna try and do our first flight today. So we have that, and I need to go to because the Phoenix has really good GSX integration. Alright, that looks good. So we can go to ground services, I think it is. No, actually it's mass and balance, and then you can see our planned fuel and our planned cargo and then our planned passengers. So we're taking 130 passengers today. We will click load aircraft and we'll do GSX boarding and refueling. Sometimes you have to, I did see this, Phoenix did say sometimes you have to click things multiple times in the AFB. So hopefully GSX will do its
Refueling
thing.
truck is on its way.
And we
Please
can go
don't
down
load
to the
aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask
FMC and go to flight plan. Sorry, no, the initialization, and request a flight plan. Got it on release day, but it's going good so far. A lot of bugs. Yeah, a lot of bugs. I'm getting lots of performance issues. When my FPS is sort of okay, it's actually pretty good. You know, I can maintain a good 60-70 FPS, but then you get a random drop down to like 20 FPS, and then it'll go back up. It's very strange. I know a lot of people have been having the same issue, and you know, people with 4090s and you know really top of the range PCs are struggling as well. So looks like they need to fix something. There seems to be a memory leak or something like that.
Fuel truck is in position. Please
It may
don't
even
load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Just waiting to see if this is going to uplink. It has, and I'll get my OFP. And alright, so we are CUDA 818 as per usual. That is not. There we are, CUDA 818.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
And we can ignore whatever GSX is saying, it will do everything automatically. If we hit Shift S, or if we bring up the GSX menu, there is the menu in the new Microsoft Flight Sim style. Now we can actually see the whole flight plan. There we are. Alright. Loaded flight plan doesn't match the one on SimBrief. Let's see how much fuel we get and we can change it afterwards. Although when I checked the fuel, it was correct when I loaded it into GSX, so it should be okay. Got new pop-ups as well. So let's continue on. We do have FS Realistic loaded as well. That has been updated for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. And cost index of 36 then. And a flight level of 380 today for our cruise. We can align on reference then. And go to wind, request the wind. Yeah, codex is absolutely. But we'll see what happens with FPS drops today. And alright, so let's go to flight plan. And departure, we're departing runway 09. There is no SID, so we'll just go insert. And what we'll do is go straight to Xavier, like we mentioned. That should be good. And to Lisbon, arrival, ILS 02. And then on the VAT, Zulu 1 Alpha today. So there it was. VAT Zulu 1 Alpha via, yeah, that looks good. Alright, so we'll insert that. Let's step through the flight plan. Alright, so let's see. Obviously we can't make this turn too early. There is a the giant Gibraltar rock in the way, so but let's step through. And yeah, alright, so here we're gonna delete. So it's automatically added a hold here. No idea why. But we are going from, let me bring the chart up on my second monitor. So from PT833. So here, everything after that we're just gonna get rid of. We don't want to fly that whole start in. That's just gonna be flying around in circles for a bit. So slowly, and then get rid of the hold as well. And then something like that. We don't want the hold. Let's see how that looks. So PT833 and straight there. Yeah, that looks good. All right, fantastic. And all right, so don't know why the spoilers are on. They definitely should not be. Norris Codexis, thank you very much for being here. And alrighty, so Tobii Eye Tracker doesn't currently work in Microsoft Flight Sim. There is a workaround, but I've chosen not to install it just to keep things as simple as possible. I've only installed the Phoenix, Lisbon Airport, and GSX. That is all I have in terms of add-ons right now. And of course, Navigraph AirRack. So, where were we then? Our cruise, flight level 380. No sound on that for some reason. So 380 local QNH is gonna be 1013. 1023 in fact, and I'm just gonna link. Oh jeez. Looks like we. All right. That's all loading. I just need to go here to, I think it's controls, and then so they're linked. All right. Wow. And they're still okay. We'll just do it manually. There it is. All right. Now they're linked. Perfect. IRSs have aligned. How do I change from CEO to Neo in the TOLUS? Are you for the 321? You should just be able to, if you've activated your Neo add-on as well in the ISCS, you should just be able to change the just change the engine essentially. Alright, so let's see here. This is how we're looking at the moment. We haven't, boarding hasn't started yet. So let's start that. So catering is done, request the boarding. Should have done that on its own, but I guess there's a bit of an issue with the GSX integration right now. It should be fairly quick though. I have it sped up, so it won't take too long to load. Maybe we can take a little look around. This is Gibraltar. Looks quite nice, considering I'm on fairly low graphic settings. Of course, we've got the road that goes across. And then there's the famous Gibraltar Rock as well. Nice. I do have aircraft turned off, like other aircraft from Microsoft Flight Sim turned off. But that feature doesn't actually seem to work right now, unfortunately. And alright, so it looks like boarding is going to start. So we can attach the pushback tug as well. That'll save time later. And alright,
Passenger's bus is coming.
Alright, passenger bus is coming as well. Fantastic. And alright, I am just going to...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
request refueling as well. Although we do have the correct fuel on board, so maybe we shouldn't have done that. Alright. So I did actually in the X-Plane, in the Black Friday sale,
bypass pin inserted.
I did also get the, I got the Tolis A319, the Tolis A320, I then got SFD, short vinyl design, San Francisco, Nimbus JFK, X-Colder Denver, and also the SSG 747. So we'll take a look at all of those shortly on the channel, but we now have the full Tolis fleet in X-Plane, which is fantastic.
Locking gear. Hello.
So they're doing that. And there it is. So we have passengers now. Shouldn't take too long. So yeah, it should be fairly quick with the boarding, and then we can get on our way. But it does look decent, even if our performance is pretty terrible right now. Might actually no, we won't. So GSX seems to be working okay so far. Quite happy with that. They updated it pretty quick. Also, if you haven't seen, Phoenix decided to give this aircraft a registration G-Small. Which is very cool. They do have quite a nice default livery as well. There comes the other passenger bus. Alright, so I think we are pretty much good to go in the cockpit as well.
Passengers boarding starting.
And so regarding the Orbx Black Friday sale, they have discounts across all of their all the simulators, so Microsoft Flight Sim, X-Plane and P3D. There are over 900 products on sale from 60 plus brands, so they have a huge sale. There's a lot of products. Chances are, if there's a product you've been looking at on the Orbx store, then chances are it is going to be on sale up to 75% off. I was having a look, there's some really nice sales, some really good deals on there. So do go ahead and take a look. Now, some information provided to me by Orbx to pass on to you guys. So we are looking at Lisbon Airport today. Now, if you have Lisbon for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, you can upgrade for completely free to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and I'm pretty sure this does go for a fair few of the other Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 products, at least for MK Studios and Orbx products as well. But that may differ based on on the product. And this sale does end on the 4th of December at midnight, Zulu time. Sorry, 2 p.m. UTC. So yeah, really nice sale. If you do want to pick something up, do go ahead and take a look. And of course, do use my specialized Orbx link as well. That can be found in the description. And it's being posted in the chat every now and then as well.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Yeah, that's the Orbx Black Friday sale covered. And again, a big thank you to Orbx for providing the scenery for Lisbon today to take a look at. I do have MK Studios Dublin, which I bought, and it's very good. MK Studios produce some really nice sceneries. I'm looking at getting their Iceland scenery as well for our new for our Pilots Live series. Should be pretty cool. And alright, I think we have everyone on board now,
do
we?
Airplane fuel system to set the desired
Almost.
Fuel quantity. Passengers boarding starting.
So almost there, just 23 passengers left, and then we can go ahead and push back and get out of here. Alright. currently sitting at 20 FPS. Fantastic. Really struggling. I may actually start lossless scaling here, just to help a little bit.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Should be slightly smoother, but we'll see how. I don't really recommend using lossless scaling for these low frames, but let's see how it works. And we do have to do our performance as well. So as soon as we are loaded, we'll send to the MCDU, do our performance, and push back. Get the engine started, and we will go. And we do actually need to get the APU started. So let's get that started as well. So that is the boarding complete then. So there we are. So send that to the MCDU, go to the performance and sync the load sheet, and we can do calculate. So it's giving us, I don't know why it's giving, yes, okay, flaps 2 is a short runway, so we'll do that.
Desired fuel quantity.
And that all looks good, so we'll send this to MCDU as well. And now if we go to init B, we have that stuff there, and we have performance data in there as well. Perfect. And that is going to be a flex takeoff as well. Alright. Perfect. Right. Fuel tanks on. We'll just... Oh, that was close. I forgot to check. The APU was started, it actually was, so that's good. And bleed can go on as well. Alright. Beacon on. And we are good to go. So let's prepare for pushback and departure. So, oh, I know what I'm gonna have to do here. Oh. Sometimes you just gotta restart it. Because it is trying to still add fuel, but, you know, we already fueled up. And, alright. Oh, come on. No. Right, hopefully we can push back.
Hello, Captain.
Oh,
we are ready for pushback.
There we are, they're ready for pushback. Alright. And doors are closed. Did it reset everything? No. Alright. So we'll go to the perf page. We have the beacon on. That's closed. Alright, we should be good to go.
Pin inserted.
So they're gonna reconnect then, because we restarted GSX, so I don't know where they're going. Alright. They are maneuvering that tug slightly strangely, but there you go.
Locking gear.
Yeah, honestly, this has been okay at the moment, other than the frame drops. Once these frame drops get sorted, this would be pretty okay so far. Yeah, it really does struggle. And we are, let me check here, which way are we? We are, so we're gonna push nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
So, release the parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alrighty, so I think we can get the engines going now then. So let's start engine number 2 first. And we'll start engine number 1 from the cabin. Let's let engine 2 start. I want to monitor it because I've never done an engine start in the Phoenix on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, so I just want to make sure everything is okay. We're getting some oil pressure here, that's good. We've got fuel flow. And 2 is rising. Oh, I think I pushed back the wrong way. It's fine. We need to backtrack the wrong way anyway. There it goes. Lovely sounds. It says serial number is incorrect. Yeah, just make sure it's correct. Make sure you use the serial number for the A320, the expansion middle, not the aircraft itself. There will be 2 separate serial numbers. Alright, so we have a veil. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1.
May be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on.
Please set parking brake.
Set the parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
And just so they
cockpit to ground.
doesn't take
We have
too
a good
long.
engine start. You can disconnect.
All times. If the air supply fails, masks
Alright.
will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask
And then
over
we'll get the
your
flaps
nose
down and we'll
and
start
breathe.
taxiing. But yeah, we're going okay so far, other than performance issues. This is looking okay.
Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping
And the
others.
foreign receipt only says one of them. I'll look for
Land
the other
on
one.
water. Take
So
a
you
life
did
jacket
definitely
from
purchase the
your
A321 and the Neo
Remove
expansion,
from the
right?
pouch and put it
I'll check
under
mine
the
if I have 2
Unlocking gear.
serial
Fasten
keys.
the tapes around your
I'm
waist
pretty sure I
and click it
do.
together. Pull the
So I'm pretty
strap
sure
to
you should do
adjust.
as well.
Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft.
You can hear the engine starting up here.
Inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up,
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
there is a light
Alright.
whistle for attracting attention.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Can assist you with life jackets for children.
Alright, so there goes the pushback tug then. We have got a good start on both engines. So we'll arm that. Let's go ahead and do the flaps. So flaps 2.
We hope you have a great flight.
Look at that. That does look very, very nice. Beautiful. And alright, so APU can go off. Taxi and runway turn-off light can go on. And let's get the weather radar, predicted wind shear on. Alright. And we are good to go. Let me just have a look. We can make this turn, I'm fairly sure. Because we are taking off from that runway over there, so let's see what we can do here. Release the parking brake. Full right rudder. I'm gonna add some asymmetrical thrust in the left engine to get ourselves around. There we go. Good old little A319. Minnow, I'll help you in the Discord once the once we've finished the stream here. But you do have to in your cart. Did you have 2 products? Because you need to have the A320 one in your cart, and then you need to have the A321 Neo expansion as well in your cart. So you should have purchased 2 products the A321 and then the A321 Neo expansion, if that makes sense. So backtracking runway here, FPS is terrible yet again. But we're just going to backtrack. We can go max auto brake, check on the cabin. Oh yeah, we have to wait, don't we, in the Phoenix. Let's see here. Can do a quick flight control check as well. And just make sure the trim is correct. So we have up 0.5, which we need to have. So let's set that. Up 0.5 is set. Alright. And it would come the same price. Minimal, so no, so right. let's wait, and I'll help you in the Discord afterwards. I will need some screenshots and stuff to be able to help you. Alright, slow it down. I'll tell you, once you get used to Tobii Eye Tracker, it's very difficult to fly without it. It's such a useful tool. If you've not seen my video on that, do go ahead and check it out. It was focused on X-Plane, but it does work. It actually works better in Microsoft Flight Sim, to be honest. It's better integration, but it works really nice for X-Plane as well, and many other simulators and games. But yeah, not compatible with 2024 at the moment. They are working hard on getting it compatible. Alright, so let's line up with a runway here. Alright, so take a config check then. Good to go. Let's get the lights on. Alrighty, so parking. We need to do our TCAS. So TARA, all, and auto. And alright, now I think we are good to go. So we'll spool them up to 50%. And we'll go to flex. There's flex. The gates for the detents in the Phoenix are really small, so you've got to be so precise on the throttle to get into the gate. 80 knots, release forward pressure. You can see why we needed flaps 2 here. Short runway. V1, rotate. Just about made it. Gears going up. Lovely. Thanks, Stan. Really appreciate that. And right, so we have nav and climb. Following the flight directors here. Thrust to climb. There it is. And just waiting here for it to give us that turn to the right. There it is. We'll go flaps 1 as well. Make the turn. Yeah, so it does actually, the flight model is very difficult to tell because of the low FPS, but the flight model feels not too bad in the Phoenix. A slight improvement for sure. There we are, got some nicer frames now. Definitely an improvement in the Phoenix. The default aircraft really don't fly very good in 2024. But you can feel the flight model differences in the Phoenix at least, which is good. Go flaps up. But we'll see on the landing how it flies. No Minnow, we'll see you later. And alright. Yeah, we'll see when it comes to the landing, because the flare has always been an issue in Microsoft Flight Sim. The ground effect in Microsoft Flight Sim in 2024 is really over exaggerated. so you really do tend to float. Weather radar, I guess, still not working, it looks like. As we fly straight through this cloud. Yeah, see, at the moment, it kind of just looks like Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. There's not a huge graphical upgrade. But that being said, I am on significantly lower settings just so I can get some sort of decent, you know, frames. The displays are fairly laggy, so I'm on 50. See, I'm on 50 frames and it's still very stuttery. The clouds are slightly improved, to be fair. Although in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, I had clouds set to ultra. I currently have them set to medium. So that can go to standard. That's wing view.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever
That beautiful IE V2500 engine.
at each end.
Fantastic. And we've got to make a right turn here. So we'll make out this. We'll make this right turn. And when we level off, we'll stick the autopilot on. So in terms of lighting, there are improvements. They are, you know, you kind of really got to look hard to see them. But first impressions, well, I say first impressions. I did stream it last week, but first impression of a proper flight. It's definitely got a more sort of cooler tone to the lighting, which is nice. In Microsoft Flight Sim in 2020, it was very much a warmer tone. But this is a bit of a cooler tone, a bit less saturated as well, which is really nice, so a little bit more realistic in that sense. Clouds do seem a bit better, but it'd be interesting to compare it on the same graphic settings. Oh jeez, flight directors are being a bit sensitive. Difficult to fly at 20 FPS. But there we are, let's stick the autopilot on. About 45-minute flight time today. There it is, alrighty. We are up, and we can get the landing lights off now, and same with the nose lights. And runway turn-off light can go off as well. There it is. So yeah, struggling for FPS, but there we are. See, look, now I'm on 40, about 45, and then that, you know, there we dropped to like 20. It really, very inconsistent FPS, very inconsistent. But you know, when the FPS is on the higher side, it's not too bad, honestly. And so far, I've not really seen any bugs. This is pretty decent, considering we are in an add-on aircraft as well. Just 1 week after the release, so other than performance, going pretty okay so far. Well, we'll climb to our cruise altitude of flight level 380 today. There we are, got a nice nose setup. Nose view setup. But yeah, you see, because of all the server issues and all the streaming, all the you know, the ground, the ortho textures and stuff are lower quality because of the streaming, and so you don't actually really get to see the benefit of newer imagery and stuff like that. I think it'll be very beneficial to be able to download stuff locally onto the PC, so we're not streaming as much. Hopefully that feature will come soon. You see, now we're on a decent 50 FPS, which is not bad at all. DLN, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, see, at the moment, it looks very similar to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, yeah, just 2020. It's almost as if you just put a reshade filter or Nvidia filter, and that's, you know, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. In terms of graphics, from what I can see. I think when servers improve, then we should get better visuals as well. But the visuals are pretty decent right now as well, not too bad. Now we have a decent frame rate, much more usable. That looks nice. The Phoenix really is a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. And this isn't even, you know, completely optimized yet. They've just updated it so it works, but, you know, it's still an experimental build, so, you know, there will definitely be bugs that maybe I'm not noticing or we've not encountered them yet. The sounds are fantastic. Really, really good. Look at that wing flex there. And the flutter. That's nice. Yeah, we're currently overflying. This is Morocco, actually, beneath us. Northern Morocco, Northern Africa. And this just goes to show how close Spain and Morocco and Africa actually are. That's, you know, Spain, or technically Gibraltar's part of the UK, but, you know, and then here's Morocco. Very, very close. Yeah, on our way to Lisbon, where we'll take a look at the fantastic MK Studios Lisbon Airport. Alright, looking good. Set it on a wing view for a little bit as we climb out here. Fantastic. Now FPS is a lot better. So I'm thinking that the FPS is partly a hardware thing. You know, my graphics card is actually quite, you know, really struggling at the moment. It looks like most of the improvements they made to performance are CPU based. Which doesn't benefit me a huge amount because, you know, my CPU is pretty much top of the range. Very, very happy with how that's performing. My GPU is definitely the bottleneck in both X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim. So I guess I'm not seeing the advantages as much as some other people might be. But I would expect a 3070 Ti to still perform relatively well, you know, without these frame drops. You know, it's only one generation old, you know, the 40 series being the latest at the moment. And 3070, you know, it's not a bad GPU at all. It's a good GPU. Obviously, VRAM is slightly limited, but I'm limited in X-Plane with VRAM in the same thing, and I don't get frame drops there. So let's see how it progresses. Obviously, I can't use DLSS or anything like that. Sorry, frame generation. But I have heard that the frame generation mod does work with 2024. But, you know, then again, I'm using lossless scaling for frame generation anyway. Yeah, currently set at just about 37 frames. Frame generation, doubling that to about 75, but still, look at the stutters. And I don't like how sensitive I think we can change that actually. Very quickly, I'm going to change how sensitive the camera panning is, because it's very, very sensitive. So I think we can change that. And I think we can do it for the external as well. So let's just do that. Perfect. That's better. Alright. Good. Cruising nicely. Well, climbing nicely up to flight level 380. As you can see, we got a really short cruise here, so looks like we're gonna get to our cruise level at about full top, and then about, oh, what's that, 80 nautical miles later, actually at the halfway point of the flight, the equitime point, we are going to start our descent. Yeah, looking okay so far, fairly happy. Still getting these stutters, but I guess we can live with it for now. Turn here. Yeah, pretty short flight today, nothing too crazy. In terms of water, it looks like the water textures are still the exact same. I'm not seeing any sort of difference. I actually think the water in X-Plane is a little bit better, at least from altitude, because at the moment I don't like this pattern that they have going on. I go to external view without the window. I don't like that pattern, to be honest. But that was there in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 as well. But you know, some reflection is pretty decent. But it really is, the sea is very, very bland. But maybe the water will look a little bit better. When we get lower, we will be overflying the coast when we on the approach into Lisbon, so we'll see how the water looks there. Now Lisbon is a handcrafted airport, I believe, with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 if you have the premium deluxe version, of course. Though today I have the MK Studios Lisbon Airport. But so far so good, like I said, other than the performance, we are doing okay for the first flight, first ever full flight in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I did have a couple of bugs earlier where when I loaded into the default A321, my camera was always offset by 45 degrees. So if I saved a camera preset here and then tried to reload it, it'd load it here every single time. It was really very strange, but a reload of the sim seemed to fix that. You will love doing the approach to Lisbon, especially 8 miles out. You'll pass over the bridge and Christ the Redeemer. Fantastic. Will that be visible on the approach runway 02? So we're coming in over the coast, over the city. But yeah, it should be nice. Should be nice. I do like flying to Lisbon. I do. For sure. Fantastic. We'll keep a lookout. Will that be... so the bridge will be directly below us. Where will Christ the Redeemer... Oh, to our left. Alright. I think I got him. I think I can see him on my navigraph. Perfect. Runway 02 is the most beautiful approach. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this thing is going to land. Obviously, I did some circuits, but you know, when doing circuits, you know, it's not doing performance calculations. So my V approach was, you know, pretty much a standard value. But we'll see how it is when, you know, we're doing a full ILS approach. All the V approach values are, you know, properly calculated. Our CG is all really, you know, correct. It'll be interesting to see how it flares. Currently, I've always found that in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, everything is really floaty. The Cessna is really, really floaty. The default A330 and the default A321 are very floaty as well. You know, you flare and you start ballooning. Which of course, if you overflare or if your approach speed is too fast, you will balloon. So that's correct. But if your approach speed is, you know, if you're right on your approach speed, if you don't overflare, then you shouldn't be ballooning. So we'll see. The Phoenix does have part of its flight model external to the sim though, so we'll have to see how that's all going to work. But the takeoff was quite nice, to be honest, and hand flying it was okay. Again, very difficult to tell when I was flying it at like 20 FPS, but yeah, we'll see. You know, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 really started to shine when we had things such as this Phoenix, a PMDG aircraft, all these add-on aircraft and sceneries coming out. That's when it really started to get good. But we'll see here, we'll see. You'll pass right above it, so you'll only see it a few seconds. Right, okay. We'll keep our lookout for sure. We're turning back inland now towards Portugal. We should overfly Faro as well. Yeah, so we will overfly Faro, which is nice. We'll take a look at that from 38,000 foot. We actually overflew, when I flew to Morocco last Christmas, we overflew Faro, which was pretty cool to see. It's somewhere I really like flying in the sim, so it's kind of cool to see it in real life, albeit from whatever our cruise altitude was. I think something like 37,000 feet we were flying at in a 737. Yeah, we'll start our descent at the, actually we're starting our descent right above Faro, actually. That's Faro there, on the map. On the ND, I should say. Anything visible? No, we can see a bit of land there off in the distance. And nothing off to our left, that's just ocean. Yeah, it's just the stutters really that issue. Of course, that was an issue in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 as well. So that's kind of carried across. It really does feel like I'm flying Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 right now. It really does feel similar, I'll say. Very similar. Why is it why is it doing that? Yeah, lighting is a little bit better. I think lighting, you can see the improvements more probably when you have overcast conditions and when you have more clouds, but when it's just clear skies like this, it's pretty okay. It's maybe a little bit bright on the horizon there, but it's not too bad at all. It's worth mentioning that Axinus, who we actually interviewed, the lead developer there a while ago on stream, when we took a look at Richmond for Microsoft Flight Sim. That has also been updated, I believe, or is already compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Very nice airport is Richmond. So, Barrow is over here somewhere. I think, where's the airport? Can't spot it just yet, but it's over there somewhere. Maybe a little bit further up. Barrow below on the right, yeah. So it's actually, according to Volanta, just off our nose. Slightly to the right. It's somewhere here. I can't spot it yet though. It's on the lump of land, somewhere here. See, the textures are really, I mean, we are far away, but on the lake. Over here somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. I think I know. I think it's right over here somewhere, isn't it? Looking at my map. Yeah. I think it's just not loaded in yet. Or is that it there? That might be it right there. I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately. But we'll get closer, things will start to load in. Oh, look at the reflections on the displays, that looks real nice. Yeah, I can see it on the ND here, so when we get sort of to the closest point, there it is. So basically when we get to our top of descent is the closest point. But maybe it's loaded in now. Yeah, there it is. It's just the ortho imagery is very blurry at the moment. But it does seem to be slowly loading in. That's Faro Airport. I can see the runway there. I mean, we can probably do this. Yeah, there it is, but everything's obviously just really blurry right now. We are far away, so I don't expect it to be, super high quality. So, you know, when you're looking at it like that, it's okay. Obviously, when you zoom in, it's not going to look as good, but that's fine. Yep, there it is. Faro Airport. Yeah, you got to use the correct liveries for the correct aircraft, because everything, you know, if the livery doesn't load on the fuselage and, for example, it only works on the tail or something, then that's because you're using the wrong variation. Sometimes you have to change the number of doors, overwing exits, stuff like that. Most of the time they're configured correctly, so it's automatic, but sometimes you got to change it manually. And we'll get your Neo expansion sorted out. We'll get that all working for you after the stream. So, let's take a look at our star here. We aren't completely following the star, so yeah, right. I'm gonna set 10,000 here. We'll get ready for the descent into Lisbon. I mean, I'm not sure. I will say that if you only bought the A321, so if you only made one purchase on one product, then yes, you have to pay the extra for the Neo expansion. If you've already bought the Neo expansion, then obviously you're not going to have to pay it again, if that makes sense. But yeah, you need to make sure you purchased two products, the A321 and then the Neo expansion, which is another $20 or so dollars. Faro should come into view just there. So you've not purchased two products. Alright, that's the issue then, yeah. So if you bought the A321, you've not bought the Neo expansion, so you need to buy the Neo expansion, which does cost extra as well. There's Faro. So yeah, go ahead and purchase that. That'll be the issue, most likely. Start the descent. Yeah, so the Neo expansion is the whole separate product. Alright, well, descending into Lisbon then. Big stutter. Oh, okay. I can't zoom on my scroll wheel. I can't zoom in and out. Now I can. There we are. I've had this bug in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. It's so... all the bugs from Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 have just been ported over to 2024. It really just feels like they got Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, reskinned the UI, somehow, you know, made the performance even worse, made the UI harder to use, and packaged it out and sent it, you know. Made a few changes to clouds and lighting, but that's it. I'm really not seeing a huge difference here. Very disappointing to see a lot of the bugs still present in 2020 in 2024 from 2020. I mean, even things like at Dubai Airport, OMDB, there is on the approach for one of the runways, there's some really tall building which block the approach. That was an issue in 2020. Seeing as OMDB is one of the most popular airports in 2024 and it's handcrafted, and yet they still didn't fix that. Istanbul Airport, for example, is not present in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 at all. It's still not present in 2024. So, you know, the airport database seems to be exactly the same. It's very disappointing in that sense. It's starting to struggle here. Performance. Yeah, we're set at 15 FPS right now. Really struggling on FPS right now. Look at that stutters. That's with lossless scaling as well. And the stream is starting to buffer a bit. That's my PC really starting to struggle here. Hopefully it comes back to us. I have disabled lossless scaling for now. Oh, it looks like frames came back to us a little bit. So yeah, I am getting an error on OBS about the stuttering, but there's nothing I can really do at the moment about that, unfortunately. Looks like our FPS has come back to us. That's good. Having a lot of pauses right now on my side. I think I'll click off. Yeah, that's fine, Stan. Unfortunately, I think it's coming back. It seems to be coming back to us. But yeah, that's no worries at all, Stan. This is the issue with everything being streamed in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is it affects other things as well. You know, every other app I have open, which I need on my PC, is laggy and really struggling. You know, Microsoft Flight Sim is just taking up everything, so my streaming software is not getting what it needs, essentially. We are descending now. So frames seem to have come back to us. It's not too bad right now. Let's get our destination data in then while we wait. So, weather in Lisbon. QNH 1023. 1023. Temperature is 14 degrees. We're live weather, not live time. Wind 060 at 5. So we'll leave that because that's pulling from the sim. And then Barrow is 430. For our minimums, that's good to go, and we'll do our landing performance. There we are. Alright, so apply the METAR. And, right, landing weight. Grab this from my OFP here. Landing weight 57.2. 57.2. Low auto brake, max reverse, manual land. That all looks good, and we got plenty of space there. So low auto brake, we'll select that now. There it is. And yeah, descending nicely now. Looks like we need a little bit of drag, so we'll put that out. Yeah, performance is just, it's not good. It's so laggy. The frame drops. Considering how much of my computer's resources it's using to get 17 FPS while it's using all 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and 8 gigabytes of VRAM is ridiculous, to be honest. The optimization really needs to be improved because it's unusable. And I don't consider my PC budget at all. It is not the absolute best, but the CPU is top of the line. 32 gigabytes of RAM, it should be plenty. The graphics card is probably the biggest bottleneck, but even that is not too bad at all. Has it happened with other aircraft other than Phoenix? Yes, it happens on everything. It's even the Cessna. It's mainly. The issue is the sim trying to load in all the scenery that is streamed is just too much for it to handle. So streaming this much data is just not viable. It really isn't. And I've got a really good internet connection as well here at uni. It's a proper industrial internet connection. So that isn't an issue either. Definitely an issue with their servers, 100%. Looks like it wants some drag. You can see more drag on the PFD there, so we'll give it more drag. And I do want to add a fix in here. So if we go here, fix info, LPPT. Can we add the runway? I wonder. Hopefully. We can add runways now. Perfect. There we are. Alright, now we've got a nice little fixed ring. And we need to be... platform altitude is 4,000. So I'm just going to set that here. There we are. Alright. Jeez, the performance is just so bad. We'll definitely be sticking to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 for the time being, and of course X-Plane 12. Could it be from the Orbx expansion? No, absolutely not. This issue I've had on default Microsoft Flight Sim, it's 100% a Microsoft Flight Sim issue. If anything, having the Orbx airport installed should help it, because it's not having to stream an airport, because I've got the Orbx airport on my computer locally. So if anything, that should, you know, in theory, help it. But yeah, it's absolutely nothing to do with the Orbx scenery I have installed or the aircraft. It's just Microsoft Flight Sim. But everyone's been having this issue. Lots and lots of people been having this issue. But yeah, the Orbx scenery, MK Studios doesn't have anything to do with the servers. It's all downloaded locally on my PC, so it just has to load it. It doesn't have to. It doesn't put any strain on the servers. Right, so we're slowing down now. I'm gonna go manual speed because it seems to want to put us at approach speed already. But we'll get our lights on. This is going to be horrendous to try and land at 20 FPS. Let's see here. Need some drag. Looks like here. Hopefully we can get it slowed down. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go into an open descent here. There we are. Gee, 20 FPS. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, we're pretty much we're going straight to intercept the ILS now for runway 02. Well, then we'll take a look at Lisbon when we land as well. It is a very nice airport. MK Studios has done a fantastic job. Very stuttery. The displays are also very stuttery. Me or the landing lights on some airplanes are really dim. Sometimes, yeah. Depends on the aircraft, really. Oh yeah, the lights in the TOLUS are pretty dim, definitely. I'm going to get the landing systems on in preparation here. But yeah, we're descending nicely. We will go to local QNH shortly. So transition altitude is 4,000. QNH is 1023, so it's a little bit early, but I'm going to switch to QNH. 1023 set. And alright. 18 miles out. Looking good. And we're going to start slowing down. 220 now. Watch out for the middle of that peninsula. Alrighty. I can see the bridge already. Is that it there? There we are, making a turn. It's really close to the bridge. Alright, let's keep an eye out. I'm going to stow the speed brakes. Yeah, there it is. I see it. When we get closer, we can take a better look. And we'll arm the approach. There we are, localizer capture. We'll get the glide slope fairly soon. 12 miles out. Hey Nikki, welcome. Alright, so we're going to try and land this thing at like 18 FPS. Not good. I'm going to slow down early. In fact. Just in case. But this is, I don't know how this is going to go. In all honesty, we have captured the glide slope, which is good. So we're on the ILS now. 180 set, autopilot 2. Should start slowing down. About 10 miles out. I'm going to put the speed brake out actually a little bit. There's the Lisbon Bridge and Chrysler Redeemer. We'll take a look when we get closer. Auto brake 1 set, so that's all looking good. We'll go flaps 1. Scenery looks okay so far. It's just a shame our FPS is so horrible. Getting a bit of turbulence as well. Yeah, there it is. Looking good. Alright, 7 miles out. Slow it down to 160. We are really not slowing down here. Come on, plane. Slow it down. Yeah, there it is. My speed brake's fully out right now. We're gonna go gear down. We're so fast. What's our approach speed? 128. There's flaps 2. There's a nice view there, but we need to focus on the landing. 128 set. Come on, why is it not slowing down? It's so slippery in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Alright, we can go flaps 3. I think we should be good here. Scenery does look good. Photogrammetry looking nice. And flaps 4. Alright, I'm gonna stow the speed brake now and arm it. arm it. There we are. Alright. This is gonna go horrendously. AP disconnect doesn't work. Right, here we are. I have control. 15 FPS.
500.
We have a crosswind from the right. We're gonna follow the ILS in here. The PAPIs are probably gonna be wrong. Unless the ILS is wrong. That's taking us a bit low. This is very difficult. At 15 FPS? Oh jeez, where's all that lift suddenly come from? Now we're sinking. Oh jeez.
Flight slow.
30. 20. Retard.
Slam. Yeah, it's so difficult. 10 FPS. Versus decel, hard landing, but slowly slowing down at 10 FPS. The performance is just ridiculous. If it wasn't for the performance, that would have been actually a more of an enjoyable flight. Come on. But runway texture look real nice. We will take a look at the airport. The airport is very nice. Flaps up. We'll disarm the speed brake. Landing lights off. Strobes. Let's get the APU going here. Alright. Slow it down. Trying to get my charts up at the same time, but literally my whole PC is slowly lagging out. It's not ideal. Come on. Yeah, they've really got to do something about this. This is, yeah, very unacceptable. It feels like I'm playing on some sort of, you know, really terrible laptop. I'm not. I'm on a high-end PC here. Come on. Alright, so let's work out how to get to the apron then. Alright, so all of this stuff can go off. APU's going, TCAS can come off, all the weather radar and predicted wind shear can come off as well. There we are. I think, yeah, we've got to take a left here. Oh jeez. Performance, yeah, it really just needs a big improvement on performance, the whole sim. Nice TAP Air Portugal livery building there, even a nice terminal building. The scenery is really nice. It is very nice. MK Studios always do a fantastic job, and they have done so again here. I've turned AI aircraft off, and yet they continue to spawn. 13 FPS. Unacceptable. It really is. It's just terrible. On a PC of you know, my specs with an internet connection that I have, which is actually a pretty good internet connection, I do not expect this. I can't even pan the camera at this point. Come on. Right. I'm gonna stop here. And oh, okay. That position just got taken. We are going... This is 143, so we'll go to 142, I presume that is. Come on. Why have we got master caution? Side stick fault. Okay. There we are. Right, we're going to, what was it, 142. Activate. There it is. I guess we're going with Omni. Nope. Now we're stopping. Why are we stopping? Again, the performance is nothing to do with the scenery, because I did try it without the scenery earlier. I had the same issue. It's just a Microsoft Flight Sim issue at the moment. But the scenery is really nice, as you can see, even if it is only at 14 FPS. And that VDGS would normally work, but I don't have the plugin for it at the moment. Let's get parked up. Actually, I didn't check if there's a GSX profile. I guess it's integrated. Oh, it wants us to stop. Right, okay. Well, there we are. APU is on, so we'll cut the engines. And there it is. First flight in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is done. Oh, the performance ruins it. Honestly, that flight was going well. If we just didn't have the performance issues, it would have been really, really nice. I'm just going to end the flight on Volanta. And close all these apps that I don't need right now. And let's take a look at the airport. So, let me speed the camera up a little bit. I hate that it does that, and it forces you to go to cockpit every single time. Right, drone speed. That's better. Alright, so let's take a look at the fantastic MK Studios Lisbon Airport here. Look at the lovely, lovely brown textures and grunges and all sorts of dirt. Very, very nice buildings and terminal buildings and everything. There is an interior as well, which is really nice. Very, very nicely done. And we saw the runway textures. They are absolutely fantastic. Of course, have some more remote stands over here as well. Nice clutter, all randomized, so it does look very good. Really, really nice Lisbon scenery. Looks like there's a TAP Air Portugal static aircraft over here as well. It's really nice with a PW engine. This is a Neo. Nice, nice detail. And of course, we have all the jetways and everything. Yeah, I do apologize for the performance, but nothing I can do. It's a Microsoft issue. They really got to get it fixed. Go over here to the cargo area. There's some more Air Portugal aircraft over here. And there we are. The camera was moving on its own. We've got the into the cargo stands, isn't it? So that's nice. So we've got maintenance and engineering over there. Nice. Yeah, really nice scenery. Once Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 improves a little bit more, so we can actually, you know, use it at a playable, you know, flyable FPS. This is, yeah, it'll be good. But yeah, very nice scenery, and a big thank you to Orbx for providing the channel with the scenery as well. It is really good. If you do want to pick it up, they do have, of course, have their huge Black Friday sale. So you can use the link in the description or one of the links in the chat there from Nightbot, which will take you directly to my own personalized Orbx That's an Orbx link, which is an affiliate link as well. It does help out the channel just a little bit if you use that. But yeah, really nice scenery. It does look good. I just wish we could have a look at it at, you know, a slightly higher FPS, because it's just absolutely chugging my PC. I have my hands off the keyboard right now, and everything is super delayed right now. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, for this stream even. Like I said, apologize for the really bad performance, but nothing I can do. We did our absolute best. We did our first flight. Phoenix worked pretty well, actually. And a really nice scenery from MK Studios, courtesy of Orbx. So, we'll be back next week at some point streaming. I do have exams, so it might be the week after. But then we'll have lots of content coming in December once I'm finished with uni and I'm not too busy anymore. So thank you to all of you who have been here. Cheers, Owen. And again, thank you very much, Owen, for your super chat. Very, very generous. I really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, we're going to end the stream there then. Thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.